Good evening. I'm Skyler Srivastava. Thank you for joining us. It may still be cold today, but with warmer weather just around the corner, many will be keeping a close eye on the region's rivers, creeks, and even some streams. One of the most closely watched is the Sequoia Creek. It's created many problems over the years. News Channel 2's Gary Liberatore has more.
Well, there have been a number of projects completed along the Sequoia Creek to help alleviate flooding, including this one. There are now tunnels that run right under the CSX railroad tracks, and this project is considered the biggest. Your commission, who is it made up of?
It's made of all the towns and the villages, a bunch of municipalities, along with the county and the state. DOT has representatives, CSX has representatives.
Dave Glenn of Whitesboro knows all too well what it's like to pump out basements. He's a member of the Whitesboro Volunteer Fire Department, and he's also had flooding at his own home, all thanks to the Sequoia Creek overflowing its banks several times in the past few years.
I'm down here every day. Next week, it would be maybe 2 or 3 times a day, but I'm not the only one.
Glenn is also the chairperson of the Sequoia Creek Basin Intermunicipal Commission, formed by towns and villages along the Sequoia Creek, and he says all of those municipalities have pitched in with resources and financing the past few years to help with different projects along the creek.
And one of the projects that everybody chipped into, and a major contributor, was CSX on this one here.
These tunnels put in last summer by the CSX Railroad may prove to be a huge help, not only this week, but in the springs and summers to come for a long time.
What it's doing now is it's helping the water. As you can see, once it reaches a certain level, it comes through here and then it goes out there. And it's utilizing the wetlands like it was designed to do.
Besides this project, Glenn says some major work has been done this past year along the creek over in Washington Mills. And he says here in Yorkville, these huge boulders have been put up to help keep the water going where it's supposed to, downstream.
We're going to come back in and we're going to stabilize this with more of this rock. So the water comes through and goes down that way and goes that way, away from the residents. And we have like another list of projects that we want to complete in the future.
So as you've heard, there will be plenty of eyes on the Sequoia Creek over the coming days. In Yorkville, Gary Liberatore, News Channel 2.
New York State's new state budget contains $200 million in new funding for municipalities looking to repair or upgrade aging water systems. Lawmakers say they want to stem the increasing number of water main breaks and also provide some bigger repair costs. The grants will be through the Environmental Facilities Corporation over the next 3 years. Individual grants of $5 million are also available.